So I don't think I'm the only one who has attempted to structure my life in a way that would give me more freedom. Freedom to do the things that I cared about. Freedom for family, freedom for my art projects, for making video. But when I look back on the things that I had hoped would give me the freedom to do the things that I actually cared about, I find that I haven't done them. All the attention, time, and energy has gone towards the thing that was supposed to give me the freedom to do the things that I haven't had time to do. And so today we're going to tackle that by doing something a little different. I'm going to do a one-chapter book review. This book is called Anti-Time Management. I don't know if we can, I got it the wrong way. Anti-Time Management by Richie Norton. And I haven't even finished this book yet, but chapter 3 was so good that I just had to share it with you guys because it deals with this exact issue. And he actually starts the chapter by telling the story of someone going through what I just described. A guy named Sam who had this dream of having more time with his family, more time to travel with them, and so he started a business. But before he knew it, the business was running him. And he ended up filling up his time with all the things he hated, thinking that one day it would give him the freedom to do what he actually wanted. And eventually he became so frustrated, he sold the business and said, I just have to try it again. Maybe I did something wrong the first time, because freedom was the goal, not the business. And to quote Sam's own words in the book, without knowing it, I was building walls around myself that kept me from achieving my dreams. And in this chapter, and really through the whole book, Richie Norton talks constantly about how the system that we live in the world today has actually conditioned us to believe that if we put in our time, pay our dues, then we will eventually be free to do what we actually want to do with our lives. And the chapter is called How to Free Up Your Time and Then Protect It. And in the chapter, Richie comes up with this concept called the castle and the moat. And this idea just really hit home for me. The idea is that there is a castle, and that is your ideal life. It's the life you want to live, your dreams and your goals. And around the castle is a moat, and that moat defends the castle, and it's made up of the strategies, systems, and work that supports that castle, your lifestyle ideal. But that in general, what people tend to do is build the moat first. And oftentimes that means they get or create a job and let that job dictate what the rest of their life looks like. They build their life around the moat instead of the castle. And I'm sure examples of this are already coming into your mind because of how easy it is to do this. And as a result, most people end up building their moats without really even considering where they actually want to live. And once their moat is dug, they feel invested. And so many of the corporations and work environments that we have in the world today are actually designed to keep people digging that moat perpetually, and they either never get to building the castle ever at all, or when they do, they realize it wasn't the castle, the dream that they actually wanted to live in the first place. They built the moat in the wrong place. The first step in Richie's solution to that is to build the castle first and then build a moat around that. We have to actively change our priorities, put our ideal lifestyle, the things that we actually care about, as the priority, and then choose work, create systems around that defend that life and that enable it. So going back to Sam's story, when he actually started applying this castle moat principle, he came to the realization that, quote, I had to make my values a priority first, then fit work in the time I had left, then build the business to support your values. Now I'm building a business around family and freedom. And then later on in the chapter, Richie says, you can structure your entire life in such a way that home is at the center and your work protects you and your family. It's the opposite from when work is at the center of your life and home and family are on the fringe. Your entire life can fall apart at the drop of a downsizing. And I don't know why I needed Richie to tell me this, because it seems so obvious that whatever you put in the middle of your life is going to be at the center of your life, the thing that your life revolves around. All right, so that is a brief overview of Richie Norton's Anti-Time Management chapter on how to free up your time and then protect it. And that's only chapter 3 out of 10 chapters. And there's a lot more detail in there on how to actually take practical action on that. One of the things I really did appreciate about this book is how many practical exercises there are at the end of every chapter, even sometimes in the middle of a chapter, and really powerful worksheet exercises that you can run through to help you get clarity on your life, where you're going, your purpose, your mission, and how to get there. And while I can't vouch for the second half of the book because I haven't read it yet, this one chapter alone is worth getting a copy of this book for. You'll find a link below this video if you want to get your own copy, and if you're an auditory person, you'll also find a link to the audiobook version there on audible.com. And if this book is the first book you want to get on Audible, you will find that my special link below gives you a free copy of the book. And once you have read the book, I would love to hear your takeaways in the comments below. Thanks for watching and hanging out with me today. We'll see you guys later.